Space weather is not quiet today, and neither is Earth. We are still under the influence of a negative polarity trans-equatorial coronal hole that is sending faster solar winds towards Earth, and that's why we've already climbed into KP4 and briefly KP5 condition. This is a rather large coronal hole, and it looks like the letter I, obviously. And we're seeing it on the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, and then this conglomeration that is heading more towards the western limb of the sun. But we still have a polar tether directly to Earth because it is a little bit Earth facing. Again, the next about 5 to 6 days it will head off of the western limb of the sun, but we also have this nice filament that is directly next to this coronal hole. It could either get sucked in or this can launch out, creating larger geomagnetic storms. But that's not all, because if you have woke up today and your nervous system feels like there are 47 browser tabs that are open, yeah, same. Here we have our solar wind speeds, and as you can see, they increased from 300 kilometers per second up to 600 kilometers per second, and we're around 681 right now, so we're getting up to 700 ranges, and that's elevated geomagnetic conditions, and these are expected to continue throughout the 27th. They make it actually stronger, but we do see isolated G1 geomagnetic storming conditions still possible. So with those solar wind speeds, you're absolutely feeling it. Now, it's not much density. As you can see, it's almost non-existent. So this is just going to be very fast, swift movement, like I've been saying, that's going to be happening at the end of June into July. Now, here's the bigger solar story. We have active region 4478 that is rotating onto the southeast limb of the sun. You'll see it erupting here over in the corner, and this thing already looks really impressive in its size and its class magnification. Now, let's take a look at our sun. We have about 8 sunspot regions on our sun, but we only have activity from 4475 down here that's sending out minor C-class flares. That's also on that last video I just showed you. You'll see that one pulsing and bringing in a lot of light. Those are those C-class flares. 4477 still very small region, but we're looking at 4478. This one is the moneymaker. Here's a closer look, but we're only seeing just an angle right now with this, and it already appears to be very magnetically complex. Currently carries the greatest flare potential of all of the sunspot regions on our sun. When this region was on the far side of the sun, it looked very active. Now, it looks like it has decayed a little bit, but it does look like it's a little bit stable right now. It says it's in beta, but it's been switching into beta and gamma, and is growing in size and in the number of sunspots. Current forecasts are showing that we do have a 50% chance of M-class flares, and we do have a 10% chance of having some X-class flares throughout the next few days. This region is just coming into view now. Over the next 4 to 5 days, it'll rotate into a much more Earth-facing position, giving us a better look at its magnetic complexity. If it remains stable, it'll stay Earth-facing for roughly the next 12 days before rotating off of the western limb around early July. Interesting. So basically, the sun just walked into the room and said, I'm not done. I'm just going to turn the corner a bit. But I do not see that we are going to be done with this region. And of course, we will watch the coronal hole, see if it does get larger in size, and we'll keep a watch on those filaments. One here located in the southern hemisphere. We have one that is over by the western limb of the sun, and of course the one that's Earth-facing. Here's our 3-day geomagnetic forecast. As you can see, we are hitting into a G1 minor geomagnetic storm today. We actually reached briefly into those G2 levels, and those could linger into the 26th, even though it says a 0. I believe that these elevated solar winds are going to continue throughout, again, the 27th. Now, the Earth itself has been moving too. Northern California got hit with a magnitude 5.6 earthquake just the other day. Venezuela experienced 2 earthquakes back to back. Double earthquakes, a magnitude 7.2 hit Venezuela, followed seconds later by a 7.5. This was detrimental. It hit the exact same location too. Back to back high magnitude earthquakes in the same exact location. And then roughly 25 minutes later, Japan here is struck with a magnitude 6.9 earthquake. There are minor injuries that are connected to that. They're having several aftershocks. Mainstream media is pushing that the fatalities are around 100,000, but what has been reported, they're in the hundreds. But it is a big economic loss, and there are fatalities with this really large earthquake that happened back to back. That is a tremendous amount of seismic activity that was released around the planet in a very short amount of time. But here's something that I found fascinating, because yesterday millions of people around the world were watching because the viral prediction of some kind of UFO event or alien invasion was supposed to happen during the World Cup. But obviously we didn't get Independence Day at halftime, but millions of people were focused on one exact moment, and they were all wondering, what if? Whether you see consciousness spiritually, psychologically, or energetically, there's an incredible amount of collective attention towards one single timeline event. Layer that together with elevated solar wind and geomagnetic disturbances and multiple major earthquakes, and then the astrology. Add on the astrology with the tropical layer, we have Saturn and Neptune that is reshaping realities in Aries. We have Uranus in Gemini that is continuously accelerating all of the communication, the technology, the media that you consume, the news headlines that you consume, the disclosure themes. Jupiter is preparing to leave Cancer and enter Leo on June 29th, coincidentally with our full moon in Capricorn. This is going to shift the collective from emotional processing into visibility, and their confidence is going to boost, creativity is going to boost, leadership and courage is coming out. But through our Vedic lens, Saturn continues dissolving those old karmic structures, while Jupiter is emphasizing a lot of emotional wisdom and healing and security still. Now, Rahu here keeps pushing humanity towards innovation and more of a collective evolution, while K2 here is stripping away all of the outdated leadership patterns that you're just so fucking sick of, and the ego attachments and the identities that no longer serve us. So in translation, the sky is not whispering anymore. I feel like it's really starting to clear its throat. Next week is where it all is going to start boiling up. It feels less like an ending and more like the acceleration that we have been waiting for. The sun is becoming much more active. The planets, they're starting to change their signs. The full moon is going to feel like a new energetic chapter. So it feels like humanity right now is standing on the edge of something new. Watch the next 72 hours, watch the solar wind, watch active region 4478 as it rotates fully into view, and then we're going to watch Earth. If you have strong Leo, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces placements, know that you're going to be feeling this energy the loudest. If you'd like to understand how these transits are going to hit your personal chart, I offer natal chart readings, transit sessions, I offer solar return readings, starseed origin readings if you're interested in your galactic lineages. If you're interested in booking or just looking at the descriptions of each reading, head over to my website, sarahstarofficial.com. Because apparently the sun, the earth, all of the planets and humanity decided to schedule the biggest meetings all in the same exact week. I'm Sarah Star, your galactic guide, here with your space weather and energy update for June the 25th, the 26th, and into the 27th. We're going to be watching the skies to see exactly what is going to happen. Let me know in the comments what you think all of this energy buildup is going to lead to, because we're seeing it happen in real time. Follow for more.